Nobody said it was easy. That's why you shoot 1,000 three-pointers, make 300, study all night, then shoot 1,000 more. Get straight A's. Keep practicing. Be a good friend. Push through it. Make the playoffs. Graduate cum laude. University Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the West Coast Conference. From earning interest to getting a loan, our rates beat the competition because we believe your bank should work as hard as you do.
Back at the Forum on Fox Sports Net, college basketball doubleheader. Here's your nightcap. Pepperdine against USC. Jim Watson along with Reggie Theus. Pepperdine 3-2 coming in. King Neptune has made the trip from nearby Malibu. They already beat UCLA. Now they want USC. Here's your starting five. Brazzle, Suet, McKinney, Craig Lewis, of course, the star from last year, and now Devin Montgomery, who's just a junior from Granada Hills. The head coach in his first season, Paul Westphal. Now in the NBA, he won 294 games, but now he's come back to the college ranks. He also coached collegiately at Southwestern Bible Baptist College in Grand Canyon College. For USC, the Trojans are 4-1, and they're ready to fight tonight. Blumenthal, Clancy, Desmond Farmer, ERRICK CRAVEN is a freshman and has been going off, and Brandon Granville. Henry Bibby, 6th season. He received a 3-year contract extension in August of 2000. Of course, Henry Bibby made his name in this town, playing point for UCLA. Only player ever to win an NCAA, an NBA, and a CBA championship.
Actually had a chance to play against this team in the CBA. I was traveling around with Magic Johnson's traveling team, and we caught him in Oklahoma. I gave him a 40-piece.
Oh, did you?
Oh, man.
You think he remembers it?
Yeah, he remembers it because I called him for 2 weeks straight after that and reminded him.
USC in the white and the waves of Pepperdine in the blue and orange. We're set. Second half of the Loud Records Fab Four. Gonzaga beat Fresno State in the opener, 87-77, and we are underway. ERRICK CRAVEN right away for USC. Now, freshman, hey, don't be shy, put it up.
Don't be shy, put it up. For the Trojans, the key to the game is their transition defense, very important. They have to shoot the ball well from the perimeter, and then, of course, the Trojans have to take care of the middle. They have better size in the inside. They got to take advantage of that.
Here's Micah McKinney at the point for Pepperdine. Kicks it over to Craig Lewis. Lewis averaging 13 a game.
Imperative that Pepperdine shoot the ball from the perimeter. They have to hit their open jump shot. They are a pressure team. They got to get fast break points, and this is a team that has to work and win from their defense.
Down low, Sam Clancy, the senior, the fadeaway, and a pretty shot. And USC's on the board. 3-2 early going. Jim Watson, Reggie Theus on Fox Sports Net. Fab Four doubleheader at the Great Western Forum. Great night of college basketball early in the year. Boomer Brazzle. Shot in the miss for Pepperdine, and back comes SC. Quickly into the front court. ERRICK CRAVEN went to Bishop Montgomery, just south USC campus, down in the South Bay. On the move, Brandon Granville, 4-year starter, kick it outside. That's Farmer. Farmer, a wild play, knocked away and taken away by Micah McKinney. Micah McKinney from 17.
McKinney, 2 nice jump shots by Pepperdine. They're getting the ball up in their rhythm. They want to play fast break basketball. If USC doesn't slow the game down from making shots or grabbing offensive rebounds, they could be in trouble because Pepperdine wants this game almost out of control.
Henry Bibby a little upset, St. Clancy shuffled his feet. Easy call. SC playing a little bit out of control right now. Their second turnover.
You know, they're trying to get the tempo up. They're trying to take advantage of the inside play, but at the same time, it won't work if you're turning the ball over.
Lewis already has a 3 tonight. Lewis working against Granville. He dumps it down to Cedric Suet. Back out to Lewis. Look at Granville just pushing on him. Suet.
That's good defense, though.
Lewis baseline, reverse layup in Clancy's face.
Oh, he had good defense, and then all of a sudden, Lewis goes baseline and lets him go.
Lewis has 5, and Farmer comes back and hangs in the air. And a game face to back it up. Terrence Johnson now, right side from Pepperdine. Against Farmer. Farmer is talking to him. He's whooping at him. He's barking at him. McKinney won't go. Long rebound to David Blumenthal. Both of these guys played on this court in high school. Clancy is alone, and Clancy is absolutely mugged under the hoop.
But that's the second time, Jim, that he has run the floor, got down before Pepperdine's big man has set up. Now that obviously is a set thing that Henry Bibby has told him to do tonight.
USC playing up-tempo right out of the gate. Granville ahead to Bluthenthal.
Right there, Clancy up in front of the pack, making things happen. And like I said, the second time he has run out on the defense, that is a good thing because it really, he needs to get a couple of cheap ones early in this game.
Clancy averaging 14 and 10, averaging a double-double, and he opened the year with 3 straight.
I'm really glad he decided to come back for his senior year. Smart move on his part. He would have been okay as a pro, but this gives everybody a chance to see him with a little more seasoning behind him.
You think Henry Bibby's happy he came back to it?
Oh, I know Henry.
7-6 Pepperdine. USC has yet to lead. Pressure by Farmer. USC extending the defense and trapping. Now McKinney will back it out all the way to the timeline. Terrence Johnson wanted the basketball. Out of the right wing, never got it. Still hasn't touched it. This is Lewis, who's got 5. Shot clock, plenty of time, 12 seconds left. They don't need it. Boomer Brazzle stroking the left. His first bucket, 9-6 the Waves. Farmer holds it up in the corner, goes to Clancy. The fade from 8. Pretty strong off the front of the rim.
Yeah, but a step late. They had him in a low spot. They should have gave it to him early.
McKinney giving it up to Lewis.
Cost him a bucket. When Clancy had position down on the other side, you give him the ball, let him go to work. That, you missed a shot, they fast break you on the other side.
Lewis has 7 points. He's 3 for 3 from the field, and Pepperdine leads 11-6. Farmer alone. Too strong, long board. And pulled down by SC. It's ERRICK CRAVEN. Now rebounds at the offensive end lead to second opportunities. Dared him to go baseline. He kicks to Suet. 12-footer. Rebound Clancy. Granville head up. Scans the court. Comes into the front court. Pulls up against a double team. Doesn't draw iron. Ball knocked out of bounds. And SC's going to keep it.
You know, when I tell you about Clancy down low, they should have gave him the ball a little bit earlier. They didn't give it to him, obviously. And when you miss a fall away last time, look at that. No weak side rebounding. And obviously, the push and the give and go on the layup. Nice lay.
Good look by McKinney. Looked him off. And then just left it for Lewis, the easy lay-in. 11-9 SC. Over 60 minutes now to play in the first half. Jim Watson, Reggie Theus. The Loud Records Fab Four, the Great Western Forum. In the first game, Gonzaga came from behind. They trailed Fresno State by 1.5 points. Came back to win it by 10. Dan Dickow 29 points to lead everybody. And now it's Paul Westphal and Pepperdine against Henry Bibby and USC. By the way, Craig Lewis picked up that last foul for Pepperdine, and that's 2 quick ones.
Yeah, down low, trying to help out on the inside. Makes it tough. They're not very big. They don't have a lot of beef on the inside game, but so you got to get a lot of help from everybody. Lewis obviously trying to dig back there on Clancy to no avail.
Sam Clancy at the free throw line as Pepperdine goes to their bench. Here comes Jimmy Miggins. We talked about the JC transfer from LA City College. Craig Lewis has to go to the bench with those 2 fouls. How long do you keep him out?
Well, you have to keep him out for at least another 6 minutes or so. So if he does get his 3rd, you know, you're almost into halftime.
Let's see if he comes back around the 10-minute mark. Now Pepperdine will have to play without their senior leader. Brazzle and McKinney at the top. McKinney dumps it down low. Miggins, the fall away. Over outstretched hands.
This is why he is doing the numbers for Paul Westphal. That's why he brought him in. He's got a little bit of everything in his game.
13-10 Pepperdine. Clancy. High post to Granville. Comes around Clancy's screen. Granville off the front iron, and Desmond Farmer with a one-handed, left-handed follow flush. Come on. It's a good way to start it.
I don't know which was uglier, the dunk or the face he made afterwards. Oh my
Brazzle
God.
comes back and misses. Back comes SC. CRAVEN giving it to Clancy. Trojans go in front.
The results are great, but it's the defense that's making it happen for him.
There's Suet. Pump fakes against Bluthenthal in the air, and you can count it. Bibby can't couldn't believe it. He thought it was a continuation play.
Oh no, up and under. He got him off the ground, got him up, gave him a little eyebrow fake. Check him out, little eyebrow fake. The fly went by, and then there's the contact.
Seward goes to the line, trying to close out a three-point play, which would match his average.
Not a guy that you want to give baskets to. This is, you know, Blumenthal should not have gone up on that play. Stay down.
Free throw rolls around and falls off. Clancy another board. Look at Granville. Oh, he's in a hurry. Farmer. Farmer's got to play with a little more emotion, don't you think? Miggins inside. He got Clancy in the air, and Miggins almost another chance at a three-point play. Clancy says, let's talk about this defense. I'm down here all by myself. Where's the help?
Well, part of the problem, Farmer's too busy still celebrating this jumper down there. He wasn't in the mix. These guys are over there huddling up, and Farmer's still over there making an ugly face.
Miggins back to the free throw line. Miggins missed the Long Beach State game. He was suspended along with both Montgomery and Colbert. Devin Montgomery and Billy Colbert. Pepperdine beat Long Beach State on Tuesday night, 10-93-83. That game was up in Malibu. Free throw good. And Pepperdine off to a decent start, but how about USC? Desmond Farmer out of nowhere with the left-handed finish. And how about your big man, Clancy?
On the run, watch him. Get it down, baby. Put their hard hat on. We got a game.
For doubleheader, USC over Pepperdine 17-16. USC with three seniors on the floor, David Blumenthal, Sam Clancy, and Brandon Granville, but not a great start to the year.
I think we might have came in a little lackadaisical. You know, it's kind of surprising because, you know, going back to the Elite Eight, you would think we'd be hungry coming back in. And, you know, we know it's a long season. I think we've been kind of, you know, slacking. We haven't been bringing it every day in practice into every game, but I think, you know, we're feeling the pressure from our coaches. He sat us out a couple games, and you know, so we're trying to get it back together.
I tell you what, when you look at what three seniors can bring to you, they bring experience, they bring savvy on the court, and they bring some game. These are the three guys that they count on, and they will count on for the rest of the season. I love to see these homegrown guys, two guys, Blumenthal and Granville from Westchester High School.
Yeah, they won a state title for Etta Zam at Westchester High School. That was a great team. Tony Bland was also on that team. Into the front court, Montgomery has it knocked away by Granville.
Granville strong. Look at him, he's got a nice upper body, he's got strength, he's got good passing, he can hit the jump shot, just the kind of point guard that you want with some speed.
Yeah, and not a big kid, just 5 feet 9 inches, but you don't even notice that when you watch him play.
He's built close to the ground, which makes him a heck of a defensive player, a hawk on the ball also.
Very, very quick. Turn around, Miggins, and Miggins killed UCLA down on the block. This time Clancy extensive. And Pepperdine in front by 1. Miggins has 5. Farmer hit a 3 from that spot, kicks it out to Granville. Swing it, Blumenthal, and over in the corner to CRAVEN, who hangs in the air and misses. Rebound is off and grabbed by Devin Montgomery. Montgomery front court. Montgomery giving it up to Brazzle. Now inside, Miggins. Miggins just wants to go to the hole every time he touches it.
But he's making the game look easy. That's the mark of a good player. He's not making anything, he's not forcing anything, everything's coming to him in the flow.
USC into their half-court offense. A good college feel at the Forum tonight. Students from both schools chanting back and forth. In the corner, CRAVEN pulling up. Too strong, and rebound pulled out of the air by Terrence Johnson. Ball kicked by CRAVEN.
I tell you what, when you start talking about trying to play on the next level, you got to find guys that can create their own shot. Right here, Miggins makes the game look easy. Give him a little head fake, give him a little stutter step. He's got 7 points and a nice softie over the top. We've seen him score from the coffin corner and on the inside. Now the jumper.
And how about outside? Terrence Johnson for 3. Now, if you're going to score inside, that means the defense is going to sag and it's going to open things up outside the arc. Pepperdine has opened up a 6-point advantage. Bluthenthal with
Nice.
a touch to Clancy, and he's fouled by Brazzle.
A design play, a timing play, much like the down and out in football. You give it to the middle guy and the quick toss over the middle as he cuts down. Watch the seal by Clancy, but watch the touch pass by David Bluthenthal. Right there, touch pass, Clancy with the seal. Obviously, only thing you can do is send him to the line. And I like that foul.
Yeah,
No
Brazzle's
easy,
reach out. Otherwise, it's a dunk.
no easy plays, no ooey shots on the replay for the TV. Shoot it from the line, and obviously what happens? He misses one of them.
Do we jinx him?
Hey, no, that's just a good defensive play. Clancy's not a great free throw shooter, so you can really go for that.
He shoots about 68% from the line. Sam Clancy, a Wooden Award candidate. That's the top 50 in the country. The other one for USC is David Bluthenthal. 23-18, under 13 minutes to play. First half of the Fab Four doubleheader at the Great Western Forum. Jim Watson and Reggie Theus on Fox Sports Net. Had a good one in the opener. Gonzaga beat Fresno State 87-77. Dickow had 29 points. From the corner, and Clancy another board.
SC making that 2-1-2 zone work for him.
Look at Farmer. And Farmer gets it swatted away by Suet. Cedric Suet went up and said no.
Suet said, "Sue me if you don't like what I'm getting ready to do to you. You gotta come in with a little more than that, farm boy."
Oh, and the stare. You gotta follow it up with the stare.
You have to. I love this. I love the stuff players talk on the floor.
Taken away, Clancy, he's got Farmer. Farmer's already got one breakaway dunk.
Block that.
Farmer's got 9 points and leads everybody. 23-20.
You know that when you see in this game, you see the emotional side of the game. It looks like SC is winning this ball game. They're down by 3.
Taken away by Granville. Granville, Montgomery's there. Made him miss, tipped up and back in. Jerry Dupree.
If you're going to get back in the game, you do it with defense.
And Westfall says, okay, that's enough of that. 2 times in a row, they give SC the breakaways.
Good defense by SC, obviously trying to get back into this game. Farmer goes in the first time, gets it blocked. This time, there's no denying the young fella. Get some hops.
Desmond Farmer, just a sophomore from Flint, Michigan. Had his first career double-double against Rhode Island, 20 points and 10 rebounds, including 4 three-pointers in the first half. So obviously he can do it outside as well. Now this week on ACC Sunday Night Hoops, the Detroit Titans visit Cole Fieldhouse to take on Juan Dixon, Lonnie Baxter, and the 3rd-ranked Maryland Terrapins. Our coverage begins at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Net, your exclusive home for Sunday night ACC college basketball. Good hoops at the Great Western Forum. The Waves from Malibu taking on USC lacrosse down. And it's a neutral court for the 2 of them. USC has the series advantage 3-1. They won last year at the Sports Arena, 76-73. And Bluthenthal with a double-double that night, 19 points and 10 boards. And USC killed Pepperdine at the free throw line that night. They're still talking about it. Brazzle. And good help by Bluthenthal, who sagged on defense, but then gives it right back. Miggins, he's got Suet, stolen by Farmer.
Jim, can you say swarming defense?
They try to go to Clancy, knocked away. Clancy saves to Bluthenthal. Cross court, Granville, and he says,
Hold it up. Nice move, Granville. They taught you that at Westchester High. Slow it down. You got plenty of time with the shot clock. The team playing tough defense.
That's Farmer, no hesitation, up the front of the rim, and Clancy was playing with it. They're gonna get a foul on Pepperdine and push away from the ball.
So you're down by 1 point. You made a great defensive effort on the other end. You come down, and you would think that they can get a little bit better shot than that. 1 pass and up from 22.
Now we expected a good one, and we're out to a good start. 10:51 to play, and it is a 1-point game. Pepperdine over USC. College basketball on Fox Sports Net. Jim Watson along with Reggie Theus. Pepperdine leads USC 23-22. But for USC so far, the star has been their sophomore, Desmond Farmer.
Got a lot going on. I tell you what, he's making it happen. Look at the enthusiasm that he's given us. That is what we have to see right here. Finishing with the dunk. This kid's been all over the floor. He's got the good left hand going.
So far in rebounds, Pepperdine has 5, but they have no offensive rebounds. USC leads 12-5 in boards. Jerry Dupree stays in the lineup for USC. Desmond Farmer is out there, Granville is out there. Clancy, of course, stays on the court. And Rory O'Neal, the freshman, is in for USC. That's O'Neal with the basketball. O'Neal goes 6'11". Farmer got in trouble, so who do you look for? You look for Brandon Granville. He's a 4-year starter. He's always the guy at the point. It'll be strange when he leaves. Granville spinning inside. Can't get it to fall. Tipped out and grabbed by Dupree. Dupree can't finish. Another follow inside. I think Clancy gets credit for with the tip.
Well, that Dupree keeping the ball alive, that was smart play. Actually, you know, you have to love to see that second effort. Right there, Clancy capitalizing on Dupree's second effort.
Clancy did get the bucket. He's got 10. Pepperdine doesn't look nearly as good in a half-court offense. There's Lewis who's checked back in. You said he wouldn't come back until the 10-minute mark. He came back at the 10-minute mark.
I know a little bit about this. But, you know, you have to protect the player with 2 fouls in college, but then you got to give him a chance to get back into the game. Now, I would think that about the 3 to 5 minute mark, he might go back out of the game, you know, just to protect him for the second half.
And you got to figure Paul Westphal had a little talk with him as he went back in, reminded him, look, you got to be a little more careful now. We can't afford to lose you.
At the same time, he wouldn't put him back in the game if he wasn't confident that he wasn't going to go out and play 100%.
USC on a 7-0 run right now over the last 3 minutes. Maybe that's why Lewis has come back. Lewis was all the early scoring. There's Montgomery for 3. Off the front iron, Dupree tipping the ball, grabbed by Clancy. Clancy throwing elbows, leaving guys on the floor behind him. Terrence Johnson is the guy ended up on his back. Robert Hutchinson at the point now, the junior for USC. Granville a little break. Dupree spins to the corner, goes to Clancy, a little too hot for him. Taken away by Montgomery. Montgomery weaves his way into the front court to Lewis. Lewis thought about it once. Now to Miggins, who doesn't ever have to think about a shot. It's what he does.
Air ball.
But he didn't like it either.
He didn't even get off the ground on that shot. I think he really was trying to change his mind after he already sort of committed. That's a bad move. Somebody must have opened the door in this building.
I don't think it'll bother him. He'll come right back. Will Kimball has checked in for Pepperdine to give them a little more size. So Kimball 6'10" up against Rory O'Neal 6'10". Actually, O'Neal's probably more like 6'11" because he's taller. Farmer. That's Dupree on the wing. Clancy working, but look at Pepperdine sag as Lewis fronting it. Dupree from the baseline.
A little bit different philosophies on the zone defense. Pepperdine, more of a containment zone. USC, more of an attack zone.
Micah McKinney has come back in for Pepperdine. He has the ball at the top. He was out for a bit. And travel. Terrence Johnson kind of lifted that ball as he went through, and the referee had easy calling a quick one. Another turnover for Paul Westphal on the Waves. They have 5. SC has turned the ball over 6 times. Once again, set the SC offense. This time they'll send Farmer to the opposite wing. They will flood that side.
I don't think either team doing a great job against the zone pressure.
Now, that's what they wanted. They want to get the ball to Clancy eventually. They just spread the floor and made Pepperdine come out and play.
And I tell you what, again, Farmer making the play on the drive to the bucket. He drew the defense, gave a little kick over to Clancy. Nice play.
In a long drought for Pepperdine, they have not scored since almost 13 minutes remained in this half. Another air ball.
Somebody shut that door. They must have a breeze going through on that side.
Here's Clancy. Turns quickly and misses. McKinney the board. McKinney quickly ahead to Johnson. Johnson around Hutchinson, loses his balance, goes to Lewis for 3. And finally, the drought is over for Pepperdine. Lewis with 10 points.
But look at here. What did we say in the beginning? Clancy running the floor. That is by design because they know that Pepperdine's big men are slow. He's trying to get the cheap ones, and it's working for him.
SC's lead is 2. And Clancy back to the free throw line where he has struggled. Clancy will finish his career probably in the school's top 10 all-time scorers. He is already #1 in blocks with 155 career.
Also got a nice billboard out of Manchester. USC got his mug up there, about 50 feet wide.
Yeah, those are getting popular everywhere.
Yeah, it's good marketing.
Chance to put SC up by 4, 7:20 to play in the first half. They look much better on those two. Timeout on the floor. It's the city championship. Pepperdine already beat UCLA. Can Pepperdine beat SC? Trojans by 4.
Back at the fabulous Forum, the Trojans up by 4 points. And I tell you what, Farmer's having a great game. He's making some things happen. On the drive here, look at this. Stop it right there. See how he's brought the 2 players to him? That's excellent basketball. Let it roll. Gives it to the open guy. Clancy almost blew this. Lost it at the last second, but he's up so high that he was able to get it in the bucket. Farmer on the hustle play, giving it off to his big man. Nice touch basketball.
Clancy averaging 14 points a game in the young season. He's got 14 already to go along with 7 rebounds. His averages already in the first half. Craig Lewis has come back in instant offense.
He's got a nice jumper.
He gets up.
Yeah, he's got a nice jumper. He's got nice form. Got a nice backspin on his jumper. His elbows straight. I love to see it.
12 points now for Craig Lewis. Lewis hasn't missed a shot. He's 5 for 5.
If you got a jumper look that pretty, you should be 5 for 5.
Robert Hutchinson remains at the top for USC. Farmer's in there, O'Neal's in there. That's Clancy with the basketball. And ERRICK Craven also joins the SC 5. Clancy, good hustle, and then he gets upended. And a foul on Kimball.
Just good hustle basketball right there. No intentional takedown on that particular play. Just the way basketball is supposed to be played. On the floor with a few burns.
Blumenthal coming back in for the Trojans. And O'Neal to the bench. And Sam Clancy back to the free throw line where he has spent most of the night so far. In fact, he's the only Trojan to go to the free throw line.
But when you are a great player, Jim, you're supposed to get free throws. When you're working hard offensively, you will get to the line, especially if you're not afraid of the contact.
Clancy, a 68% free throw shooter, is now 7 for 9. Maybe he's got to be happy with that.
Oh, no question. He's done a great job of turning this school around basketball-wise.
How about last year? What a great run for those guys before they got beat by Duke in the Elite 8.
Yeah, well, you know what I like is that his recruiting has gotten better every year. And UCLA, SC, this is one of the greatest basketball meccas in the country. We should get our own guys in these schools.
You bet. And how about Pepperdine now joining them?
Pepperdine, well, after this year and the way they're playing, they're going to get some more players up there.
Look at Miggins, just give him the limp leg and then take it away and hit from 6. Very nice. 9 points now for Jimmy Miggins, the JC transfer from LA City College. Hutchinson still at the top, long time. Randall has been out for a long spell here. Farmer draws the contact, didn't get the whistle. Lewis front court. Brazzle pulled up, missed, didn't have much on it. Not a good attempt. Craven back the other way. Craven is going to be a big star for USC. ERRICK Craven, his twin brother Derek Craven, is out 4 to 6 weeks with a stress fracture. Both freshmen, both from Bishop Montgomery High School.
How do you know which one's on the floor?
That's why they wear the numbers.
Oh,
I saw them in high school.
Checking you.
It's difficult.
Just checking you.
I wish they'd wear them all the time as I see them off the floor. I don't know who's who. Hutchinson waves Farmer off the wing. They just exchange. Farmer pops to the top.
You do know there was a lot of people going, oh, I wonder how. Then they caught themselves.
10 on the shot clock now. Blumenthal.
He needs to get off. He's having a little bit of a slow game so far. This is a guy that can shoot it. He can do a little bit of everything. So far, not really in the box scores.
Brazzle misses 2 in a row. Rebound grab by McKinney. McKinney triple teamed and taken away. He didn't see Farmer behind him. Farmer now has 3 on 1. He gives to Craven. Back to Desmond Farmer. Count it!
You got to give the kid a lot of credit. He's working his headband off. right there, coming from behind, making the play, and he gets rewarded because he keeps running. He didn't slow down after he made the play. He didn't really get off on what he was doing. He didn't stop until he got to do the face.
How about the unselfish play of ERRICK Craven giving that ball up, and a freshman, having the presence, give it right back to the guy who's on the run.
Listen, they know that he's going to give him the face if he scores, so they want to give him the ball.
34-30 SC, 5-minute mark, first half. Brazzle, he's missed 2 in a row, so you figure he's going to look other places. Here's Miggins, who never looks away. Every time he gets it, he wants to shoot it. Now they swing it. Lewis! Can't get that one to go. Backside, Brazzle misses. Granville battles, but Brazzle takes it on the high bounce. Now to Suet. Never got the handle. Ball on the floor. Suet on the floor. ERRICK Craven coming on. 3-on-1. He's got Clancy, and Craven this time keeps it, and Blumenthal finishes it.
This looks like Rogers Park basketball, or maybe Darby Park basketball. Street ball at its best. I like to see it. Sometimes the game's got to just go that way. When you're playing hard and making things happen, you got to get into the flow.
Crowd is eating it up, SC by 6. And Pepperdine looks a little confused right now at the offensive end. There's Miggins. They need one.
That's the way you slow it down. Bring it back to reality. Malibu style.
11 points for Jimmy Miggins. Head and shoulder move by Craven, up and under, won't go. Blumenthal battling, Blumenthal again, he's come alive.
When your jumper's not going, you gotta go to your secondary game. Get it off the offensive board.
Look at SC just owning the glass, 10-2. Miggins wants it. Miggins was offended that Lewis didn't give it to him the first time. He put it down low, and Clancy said, give me that. Granville. Farmers cross court. They don't see him. Granville will shake, a little bake.
I like the intensity of this game on both sides, but I do like defensive effort right now by USC.
Farmer flashing through. Granville didn't give it to him. That's Clancy. Too far out for him. He wants to put it on the floor and work. Gets a man in the air. It was Miggins, couldn't get the bounce. And Suet knocking even his own guys down. McKinney, the SC defense just went to sleep, and he penetrated and gives it up to Miggins. SC turned their backs, and Mike and McKinney burned him. Lead now down to 4. Quick ball movement by SC. And Henry Bibby wants a quick timeout. There's some ebbs and flows of this game, back and forth. SC had a nice run going on, and now Pepperdine has come back to cut it to 38-34. Henry Bibby, what a great job last year to get this team, a team that finished 4th in the Pac-10 last year. Nobody gave SC any chance, but then they went to the tournament. And against Oklahoma State, Brandon Granville going to the rack. You remember this, people early said, I don't think so, but then all of a sudden in the second round it was Boston College.
Listen, they caught some people off guard, but it was their intensity level and their ability to scrap with the big boys that got them where they want to go.
And then Clancy announcing their arrival as they beat Kentucky and meet Duke in the Elite Eights.
If you're gonna lose to the best.
Lose to number 1.
That's
Mike
right.
Krzyzewski and Henry Bibby, and Coach K says, nice job, Henry. Maybe we'll see you next year. How about this run last year? You remember, over the Cowboys, over the Eagles. They beat the Wildcats, and then finally the Dukies able to end it.
It's called gelling at the right time. This is a team that got better all year long. Starting the season, they played pretty good, but they just increased their level as the season went on and hit their peak at the end.
SC's been doing it with defense so far. They've held all 5 of their opponents to 65 points or less. That's the first time since 67-68 that USC has done that. That team was coached by Bob Boyd. Remember that? Inside turnaround. Nick Curtis, first time we've seen him, the freshman from Oxnard. He started the other night against Rhode Island, a night where Henry Bibby started no seniors. He didn't like the way they were playing, no seniors on the floor.
But Henry's a little bit fiery. You know?
Oh, what a sweet look from Lewis! Oh, and that's too bad. And Miggins knows it because it would have made the highlight reel. Curtis inside to Clancy, lost his balance to Granville to Blumenthal. 4 guys touch it in 3 seconds. And Suet stumbles out, crowd wanted to walk.
Nice look either way. Sometimes you just get points on style.
whistle on the drive. Montgomery going hard to the rack. All 6 feet of him.
And I'll tell you what, this is why you like Montgomery. Lewis, 5 in a row. He missed his next jumper. What does he do the next time he gets the ball?
Go to the hole.
Go to the hole, get to the line. That's a shooter's mentality.
Paul Westphal, you saw him over on the bench, the Pepperdine head coach. He knows about a shooter's mentality, a 5-time NBA All-Star.
Let me tell you something about Paul Westphal. He could dunk on you. If you slipped up, he would dunk on you. You know which way he'd like to dunk better? He'd like dunking going to his left.
Really?
Yes. Off the left foot on the left side, across the middle.
You still got the book on Westphal?
Listen, I know. I watched him for a long time. Never got a dunk on me, though.
Never.
I was very into giving up my fouls.
David Blumenthal getting a drink and getting a rest, but he sparked USC. Watch the follow off the CRAVEN miss. You know he's coming, and here he comes. David Blumenthal with a 2-hand finish. College basketball, the Fab Four doubleheader, and USC leads Pepperdine by 4. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. It's the new show everybody's been talking about, the best damn sports show, period. It's the new nightly show that features a comedian who's a diehard sports fan and a bunch of ex-jocks who really know the game. Critics are calling it a collision of sports and comedy, and just what you've been waiting for. Introducing the best damn sports show, period, weeknights at 11:30, only on Fox Sports Net.
Those are my guys over there, the best damn sports show. I got 3 fat guys and a peanut head guy.
Who's the peanut head?
John Sally.
40-36. Desmond Farmer, the fake and the keep, but it was too much. He walks with it. 7th turnover for USC. 1:46 to come in the half. And at the break, we'll send you back to the studio, get you caught up on the day in sports, take a look at the national scene in college hoops, and we'll look at our numbers and some tape from the first. That's Terrence Johnson.
Pepperdine hanging around, only down by 1 point.
And Clancy's going to get called for the offensive foul. Cedric Seward just stepped up.
Cedric Seward giving up the body. I'd love to see the charge in college basketball. Clancy, you got to have an in-between game. Softy off the glass would have made you a pro today.
Hey, Clancy's got 2 fouls now, and with 1:17, you leave him on the floor?
2 fouls, 1:17. I'm up by 1 point. I take him out the game.
They go back door! Oh! Terrence Johnson from Devin Montgomery. And Pepperdine goes in front.
He gave him that dunk in 3D, Jim. Watch him set him up by looking at the floor. Check him out. The no-looker, just lob it up there. I'll go get it, young fella. Dupree, get off me. Again. Oh. And don't give him the N1. Dupree, that's a poster, baby.
Terrence Johnson, who had 20 points in Pepperdine's win over Long Beach State on Tuesday night. 41-40 after he misses the free throw. A minute now to play in the first half. Granville against Montgomery. Pepperdine 7-0 run, less than 2 minutes. Here's Granville. So where do you go? You got to go to Clancy when you need a hoop, don't you?
You got to go to Clancy, protect. You know what? I'm almost better off they don't go inside, so something silly wouldn't happen. But when you're a big guy, let me tell you something. When you know what you're doing, you don't want to go and fight the pressure. Step out. Hit a little jader.
17 for Sandy Clancy. Over and back. Montgomery stepped on the line. The referee was right there.
And I'm going to tell you again, Jim, this is why Bibby left him in the game. He knows he's a senior. He knows how to play with 3 fouls. Right there, he didn't go to the pressure. He didn't make the silly play. He took what the defense gave him. Again, though, I, as a coach, I would have taken him out of the game.
I would have taken him out.
No reason to take that chance.
But Henry Bibby does a lot of things in an unorthodox fashion.
Because he knows his players. And he trusts his players. And that's the bottom line.
Farmer, double team to Granville. Granville to pull up. Knock it down. Foul on the reach. Lewis wanted to shoot it. 3.5 seconds.
Now that's a bad foul. No reason for that foul. They're in the penalty. He's on the shot. He's got to shoot the ball falling away with the clock running out. Now, those are the kind of fouls that come back to haunt you at the end of the game.
So Lewis now goes to the free throw line, 12 points.
And also, you foul a guy that really is a pretty good free throw shooter.
Second foul on Farmer. Pepperdine hasn't gotten to the line all that much tonight. They haven't done much when they've been there. Just 7 free throws, 3 of 7 for Pepperdine. Meanwhile, USC is 8 for 11 from the line. Most of those, Clancy.
Yeah. Game plan by SC so far, running the big guys out, playing tenacious defense, and really trying to pound Pepperdine on the inside.
Robert Turner and Gary Colbert come in for the last 3.5 seconds for some defense here for Pepperdine as USC has the ball. Lewis is coming out, and that's a good play. You don't want Lewis to pick up a silly foul here. He has 2. CLANCY for USC has 2, and he stays on the floor.
Turner gets in the game for Pepperdine. He's got a pair of pumpkins on his feet.
Yeah, those are ugly. We'll talk about those next time. Here's CRAVEN. He's going to get a shot. CRAVEN, get it out! Suet, his second rejection of the first half. Pepperdine has shown up. They were not intimidated by UCLA, and they're not afraid of SC either. They got some game in Malibu.
Look at the inside play. Nice offensive-minded thing, but didn't you see what I did to Farmer in the first? Take that weak stuff and move it to the other side.
They'll think about that the next time. Sam Clancy was the big name for USC coming in. He had a great half. He had 17 points because the big fella can run the floor. When you run the floor, you get the reward. But that wasn't the best highlight of the first half. This was Terrence Johnson. Oh, stop it.
This is yours.
Western form, Jim Watson, Reggie Theus, as we watch USC with a 3-point advantage in the first half. It was Sam Clancy. We talked about him at the top. Sam Clancy leading the way for USC with 17 points.
I like the game plan. He's been running out on the Pepperdine big man. Right there, another dunk. But he showed us that he's got a little range, too. A couple of jumpers from the corner, a couple of jumpers from up top. He's got 17 points for the game.
He could have gone to the NBA, stuck around, and he came to play. Desmond Farmer chipped in with 12 emotional points. Brandon Granville said spent a lot of the first half on the bench. Dupree coming off with 4, and David Blumenthal just 4 points in the first 20 minutes. How about for the Pepperdine Waves and the JC transfer, Jimmy Miggins from LA City College.
How about Miggins getting it done all over the floor? He's got an inside game and he's got an outside game. He's got that little in-between speed that he likes to play. But I tell you what, they're hanging in there. It's only a 3-point ball game. Lewis and Miggins both with 13.
Craig Lewis went out of the first half for a long stretch, about 6 minutes with those 2 fouls, but he came back to contribute late. Terrence Johnson has 8 and the highlight of the night. But USC has the smiles now because the Trojans lead the Waves by 3. 20 minutes of college basketball next. In halftime of the nightcap, USC over Pepperdine by 3. But surprisingly, you look at the shooting percentages, it doesn't reflect that. Look at SC shooting just 46 to 59 for Pepperdine.
But tell you what, look at they got up 37 shots for 1 half. That's an enormous amount of shots. Then offensive rebounds, it's 10 to 2. That's why they're up by a few points.
So it's King Neptune against Tommy Trojan tonight on a neutral court.
Who do you think could win? Neptune.
Well, Neptune's got that big
got
fork.
a weapon.
He's got the trident.
Neptune's from the hood.
USC's 4-1. Pepperdine's 3-2. Both those numbers will change probably in 20 minutes. CRAVEN and Blumenthal, and now down to Clancy. Clancy, 17 in the first half, misses. CRAVEN tried to tip. And Terrence Johnson, that fabulous dunk in the first half.
What I think about this game, I think about what we talked about at the beginning of the game. Trojans was really concerned about their transition defense. They did a great job with that. And of course, one other thing that they wanted to do is get some easy buckets. That's a good game plan.
9th rebound of the night for Sam Clancy. CRAVEN getting it late from Granville. Look at Granville run the floor and then hit the perfect bounce pass.
On the flip side of that, Pepperdine not doing such a great job with the transition defense. And again, their pressure defense and their pressure offense not really been a problem for the Trojans tonight.
And basket by CRAVEN, his first made basket tonight. He was 0 for 6 in the first half. Montgomery spinning inside against Granville, and they're going to get Granville before the shot.
Granville making things happen. I'd love to see the point guard do some things like this. Check him out, coming straight into your living room. If you hold your hands up, you might get this pass. Oh no, it's another guy, layup.
And Craven's run to the floor. Granville never looked at him, but he saw him.
Doesn't have to look. They got this thing called peripheral vision, court awareness, that once you get on the floor, Granville knew where at least 3 of his 5 players were at that particular moment.
Well, how comfortable is that guy at the point after 4 years at SC? He's grown up in that program, and he runs it. When he's on the floor, he controls the tempo of the game for USC, which is what he's supposed to do.
Let's not forget, he hasn't been away from his home cooking. Went to school at Westchester High, obviously going over to SC. He's still been in very comfortable surroundings his whole career. That has probably also helped him stay 4 years.
Guy down the corner, David Blumenthal, is his high school teammate. State title. Here's Blumenthal. Whistle on the pass off.
Blumenthal, obviously Granville, they had a great career at Westchester High. They got another kid here tonight. I love to see this kid. He's probably one of the top 5 juniors in all of the country. His name is Trevor Arisa, and he's going to be a player. You see,
He's already a player.
He's going to be a player.
Westchester's #1 high school team in the United States.
Absolutely. My guy's sitting in the stands. We're going to get a shot of him pretty soon. This guy, he's going to make some money.
Farmer kicks out, got caught. Montgomery was there. Got caught in the air. Montgomery around Granville. Could finish it off. And Farmer's going to get caught for a reach on Terrence Johnson. Ball underneath, Craig Lewis. Quickly inbounds. Oh, no hesitation at all with Terrence Johnson. And he converts Pepperdine back within 1. Yeah, you got to figure this game's going to be tight all the way. It's just the way it's been going on. Each team has been able to get out to small margins, 4, 5, 6 points. But
a lot of times, Jim, the team has the same game plan. They come in here trying to do the same things. They're playing the same type of basketball. The difference is that Clancy has been dominating underneath the basket.
Here's Blumenthal working against Montgomery on a mismatch. Montgomery loses probably about 7 inches in that. Clancy gets the putback. Clancy now with 19. And he's got 10 boards to go with it. Montgomery between the legs. Kick it out to Miggins. Miggins had 13 in the first half, and now he's looking to pass here in the second half. Good lead down low for Seward. It bounces around or rattles out. 11 rebounds for Clancy and a good outlet to Brandon Granville. And there's Craven. Seward went up with him. They didn't get the basket, but they do get the foul.
End-to-end action. Granville still making things happen. Look at the lob. The hustle from the defense. I don't have a problem with that foul because, like I said, I don't like to see, if I'm the defensive team, no inspirational plays, no lob plays over the top. Take it and shoot it from the free throw line.
Eric Craven, freshman from Torrance. Career high 20 points in the win over Rhode Island the other night. Night that Henry Bibby started no seniors. Get the team's attention. He likes to do things like that.
Absolutely. He got a little ghetto in him, so he can go there. And that is the best way. Players know. He played in the NBA a long time. He knows the biggest way to get to your players is by taking away some of their playing time.
Take away the PT, man. Granville, that's the 3, but it's too strong. Long rebound, chased down by Craven. Craven is a good-looking player, 6'2", $170. He and his brother, Derek. Derek, identical twins. Look at Clancy, double team down low, sealing up. Clancy with a follow.
Straight raw talent.
Is he going to be any good at the next level? Coming back, Johnson misses, up and over.
His biggest problem might be his size. He's a little bit small to play power forward, so he's going to have to really be able to extend himself. 6'7", 240, that's small forward action, and I'm not sure he can play small forward, but certainly I think from an effort of just getting out there, making things happen from, if he really solidifies his inside game, and now he's showing us that he can step out and hit the 15 and 16 footer, that's going to be the difference whether he plays at the next level and where he goes in the draft.
He will run the floor, and he can shoot it from outside. Blumenthal spins, they wave it off, foul on the floor.
See, now we've seen some examples of guys that have played nothing but power game in college. He's got the spin move down low. Blumenthal hasn't shown us much tonight. This is a big time score.
Ooh,
right that.
Hooking an elbow on
That's
Biggins.
a European move, Jim. The hook with the little spin move, I like that.
The ball's underneath. Desmond Farmer bring it out to Granville to set the offense. Got a fresh shot clock. 7-point SC lead. Chance to go to their biggest lead. Craven looked at Clancy on the high post. Now he gives to him. Clancy to Granville in the corner. Pepperdine in a zone. There's Blumenthal for three. He's been pulled all night. That ball tipped by Craven on the backside. And another foul on Pepperdine. SC's just out hustling him now.
It's the second chance point, it's the hustle points. It's actually, when you start looking at it, it's who wants it more. You got to put a body on people down on the offensive end if you're playing defense, especially when a team is already out rebounding you at the start of the second half, 10-2 on the offensive boards.
Of course, the coaches from these two teams, big names in Southern California basketball. Henry Bibby played at UCLA. Paul Westphal, of course, played at USC. They both played at the same time, 70-72. Westphal won the first one, but then Bibby won 3 straight. When they were seniors, Westphal was hurt for the UCLA series. Those games were played back-to-back in those days. Great basketball, 2 big names, and now they're teaching it, handing down the knowledge. SC and Pepperdine at the Forum, the Trojans by 9. Back at the Forum, SC leading Pepperdine 55-46, second half. This week on ACC Sunday Night Hoops, Detroit Titans visiting Cole Fieldhouse to take on Juan Dixon, Lonnie Baxter, and the third-ranked Maryland Terrapins. Our coverage begins at 3:30 Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Net, your exclusive home for Sunday night ACC basketball.
Hey, check this out. Trevor Ariza, he's one of the top 5 juniors in the country. He's good enough to play in the ACC. He's a blue chipper. He's going to be a guy to watch for. It's a 6'7" guard, forward, and center. Can play a little bit of everything. I enjoy watching this kid play. They've already started off with a great season, and they are ranked #1 in the country.
#1 team in the country. Westchester High School, for those of you watching across the country, just past the LAX airport, just north of it. Pulling up and knocking it down was Devin Montgomery. Here comes some full court press now by Pepperdine. So Westphal, who made his name defensively, starting in college, although he scored 33 points a game in high school.
Well, he comes out in the zone, in the full court press. He's trying to get some more possessions. He's trying to get this tempo in his favor. A lot of times when you need more possessions, you got to create those possessions by good defense.
Granville to Blumenthal. Fake stepping out and put the ball on the floor, and he's fouled on the drive. Fouls on Will Kimball. It's 3 now on Kimball. And SC at the line. Clancy shooting 70%. That's about right. He's a 68% free throw shooter. Craven and the rest of the team are 5 for 5.
And they're using their bodies on the inside. They have to take advantage of that. And that, again, I keep going back to game plan. It was part of their game plan to take advantage of the big people down low. Part of their game plan to run Clancy out on the fast break. This is a team that is well coached, and they play smart, and they stick to their game plan. Their defense, although, has been the reason they're ahead in this ballgame.
Montgomery going to the hole. That ball tipped. Was it on the rim? SC fans said it was. Kimball gets credit for it. It's a 6-point game. Blumenthal steps into the front court and stops, and that's not what you want to do, and now Clancy is fouled.
Jim, You think you can do this move? Watch Montgomery. Slows the defense up and then bust on him. That's just what they call a hesitation. And watch the second effort right there. I like that kind of basketball, the hesitation. Basketball is played at 4 speeds, and if you're a guard, you got to be able to play all 4.
Well, Kimball's tip was fine. You saw it on the replay. It was out of the cylinder. No problem. Craven to Clancy. Fall away.
That's the type of stuff that he has to do to play on the next level. He's got to be able to consistently hit that 15 to 16 footer.
Here's Montgomery, puts the ball down with the left, and he's going to get called for the walk-in. Granville just bumped, and he went down.
Well, you know, it's always an interesting call by the referee. If players' feet get tied up, he falls down, you call traveling. You know, it's kind of a touchy play.
Craven hurries it into the front court. Farmer is there. Craven keeps it himself. That's a freshman.
That's a freshman that if he didn't make that shot, I wanted to see Farmer get on his case. Those are some young legs.
Craven, nothing in the first half, 8 points in the second half. SC by 10, biggest lead. Lewis, and that is desperation right now for Pepperdine, down 10 and hit following threes. Here comes Craven. Does he go to the hole again? Giving it up late. It was supposed to go to Granville. It didn't get to either Granville or Clancy. Johnson back the other way. Pepperdine is just dying for a hoop right now. They are hemorrhaging. Johnson, a wild shot, grabbed by Granville. And SC is in control of this game right now.
If you're gonna hemorrhage, you gotta have some blood in your body. SC is taking it out of Pep right now, offensively and defensively.
Oh, Westfall's gonna get some new blood on the court. He's going to the bench. Tipped up and in by Blumenthal. Just a fingertip flip, and Westfall is getting a timeout as SC's lead swells to a dozen. Blumenthal is being pushed out of the plate, has reached out with one hand and flicked at it, and it went up and in.
We've seen some great plays on second effort in both games. I like to see what's happening in these games. When guys are playing hard, good things happen.
Sam Clancy down low. Watch Blumenthal reaching out, tipping it up. Back inside the Great Western Forum, college basketball on Fox Sports Net. Jim Watson, Reggie Theus, the second half of a doubleheader. Our first game tonight was Gonzaga against Fresno State. Fresno State led this game by 1. Why? Because of that guy, Melvin Eli, all whack. He was the WAC Conference Player of the Year. He had 25.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. 22 points. Big time.
Damon Jackson with 22, but how about Zach Gord going to up and under? He had 22 points and 12 boards. And Dan Dickow, the senior leader. Oh, it's got to be Dickow from the corner in front of his boys. Mark Few beats Jerry Tarkanian 87-77 as Gonzaga improves to 7-2. King Neptune has come down from the beach. Usually doesn't come this far inland. Remember, Pepperdine beat UCLA earlier in the year, 85-78, and you compare the numbers against UCLA, they're actually shooting better tonight. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that SC is pounding them down low. You've got some guys hitting shots from the perimeter, and then you've got Clancy making them pay on every opportunity underneath the basket. I also will tell you that USC is putting on some tenacious defense. Pepperdine is finding a hard way to go just to get shots inside the yellow.
USC has held opponents to 31% from the field over the year, and nobody has scored more than 65 points against them.
SC right now on a 16-5 run the last 5 minutes.
They're doing it on the boards. You saw the margin 15-4. So all of the numbers now starting to fall into place, and that's why SC has this comfortable lead. By 10 with 12.5 to play. So now if you're Henry Bibby, do you start taking time off the clock? Do you get into your rotation and burn 15?
Oh no, we got 12 minutes to go in this game. You can't play to just hold on to your lead. You got to beat this team by 20 if you can. You got to make a statement and let people know Pepperdine's playing well. Pepperdine beat UCLA, but this is SC ball here.
Clancy with a good play in the corner, throwing it off onto the wing. Remember that USC was ranked around 20th, and then they lost to Fresno State in the second round of the NIT, and everybody looked around at each other and said, what's wrong with SC? Well, now we know Fresno State's a pretty good basketball team. They lost tonight, but Tarkanian and the Bulldogs are 7-2 on the year.
See, if you know anything about me, I don't ever call the dogs off. You got to play the game, and you continue to play the game the whole 40 minutes. Never stop. Now, I don't believe in embarrassing anybody, but never call the dogs off.
You're just inviting them back into the game.
And listen, 12 minutes is a lot of basketball to go. This game is by far not over.
Here's Desmond Farmer. That'd be huge. Too strong. And look at Clancy running out. He meets Farmer, and they both get the ball. And now Granville says, I got a new clock, so I got time to set my offense. I'm going to spread things out. He's got Blumenthal and Clancy on opposite sides of the lane, and now they both come double high post. See if anybody tries to go backdoor. Now Clancy's going to slide down. Big Sam.
See, let me show you something here. That double high post was not for anybody but Sam Clancy to get the ball on the inside. They worked it to perfection.
65-53. Pepperdine with a three-pointer. Brings the lead back under 10. Just over 11 minutes to play. Craven hurries to the front court, makes a bad pass to Granville. Picked off by Lewis. Lewis to Colbert. Colbert to Johnson. Johnson finishes. Pepperdine putting together a mini run. Turnover, a stop, and a basket. And all of a sudden, the noise will come from the other end of the floor.
Well, good things happen when you play good defense.
There's Craven. Craven to the hole. Craven is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Craven's got some ups. He's got some nice, quick legs underneath him. Craven taking it baseline. I like to see young fellas go with the left hand. Not enough of them know how to do that. Watch this move. Got a little rocker step and the floater over the top. Almost got an N1.
Aaron Craven to the free throw line. 71% on the year. He's already over his average. Came in average about 9 points a game. Now he's got 11. At the end of the game, it's Robert Turner played just a little bit at the end of the first half, and Lewis back to the bench. Them both, and a timeout. USC's lead again is 9, 67-58. Big Sam Clancy leading the way for the Trojans. He's got 25 points. We come back, we'll let Big Sam tell you what the best part of the game is for him. It's coming up next. USC leads Pepperdine 67-58. He can do it all. He can score, he can rebound, he can run the floor. But you might be surprised what his favorite part of the game is.
My favorite part of the game would probably be defense. I'd say intimidating people, you know, knowing that they can't score on me, blocking shots and everything. Just, you know, intimidating someone defensively where they want to just throw the ball over the backboard when they see you.
Here he is tonight. He's knocking on the door of his career high. He's got 25. His career high is 31. He's showing us a little bit of everything, the dunks, the step backs, making things happen. In the second half here, another great position, another layup with the second effort ball right there. This kid knows how to say the right things, talked about the defense when he knows offense is what he likes to do. Who's he kidding? He can't kid me out here.
He looks sincere, Reg. I believe him. I bought it.
Okay, so he's an actor too.
Sam Clancy, who didn't go pro, stayed on campus. Boomer Brazzle gets called for the double dribble. Easy call. Fisher cross court. Full frontal on it. Here's the numbers. 9 of 16. Granville ahead to Farmer, who's been a little quiet here in the second half. He was lighting this place up in the first 20 minutes.
But you know what? He did his job. He got the emotional state going. When something was happening, he was in the mix. Now he's not forcing the game, which is really nice for USC because they got Sam Clancy doing an Omen's job down on the low block.
A couple guys got tangled up underneath. Cedric Suet just ran over Brandon Granville. Suet is 6'11", 225, and Granville is 5'9", 175.
But you know what? That's what happens when the little guy sets a back pick.
Look at Turner's shoes.
I can't see.
Those
blinding me.
Well, there's cool, and then there's just ugly. Those kicks are ugly.
You know
Come
what?
on.
There are a lot of people that think that's fly. I have to use that word because there's no other way to explain it.
At least he's showing the school colors. Orange shoes.
And listen, I used to have a jacket made out of that stuff. They called it pleather.
I remember that stuff. You know, next time I see Robert Turner out in Malibu, he's gonna look at me and go, "You the guy who was talking about my shoes?" I just couldn't pull it off, Robert. Come on.
Only a beach town in California can you get away with those colors and that type of material for shoes. You know what? If you want to have a little flavor, you're gonna go out all the way.
USC now 17 of 20 from the free throw line. You see Granville now second all-time behind Harold Miner in three-pointers. Well, let's see.
Harold Miner, Inglewood High guy.
Yeah.
That's my school, baby.
Inglewood put out a lot of big time. 11-point game, 10 minutes. Pepperdine's got to make some kind of move. Now, spinner. Barry Colvin now close.
Turner with the nice fall, being in the right place.
And we were talking about his shoes.
It must be the shoes.
Just talk about my game.
Listen, nobody can see him. They're blinded when they look his way.
Lead is 9. Pepperdine's been hovering around there. There's Craven in and out. Clancy wanted the rebound. He was over the back of Sewell. Cedric Sewell, probably the best position he's had all night on Sam Clancy, keeping him away from the rim.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play there by Sewell. Sewell obviously not enough, didn't have enough body size to really move Sam Clancy out of the way. Sewell 6'11", 225, and of course Sam Clancy 6'7", 240. Got him by quite a bit on the weight side.
Over gives it to Sewell, and Sewell finishes.
But I'm going to tell you where they make the mistake. When you got a guy that is a low post player, you can't always play behind him. You have to make the guards make great passes over the top. And in both games tonight, we've seen great inside play, and we haven't seen anybody change their position defensively. Everybody's playing behind the offense.
Luthenthal was double teamed, and he still managed to get the shot off and wouldn't go. And here comes Pepperdine, a chance to really cut into this lead. They have crept back into this lead. Colbert shovels it down low to Turner, wants to go to Sewell, overpassing interior for Pepperdine. Somebody's got to take a shot.
Well, what happened, Turner got him in that place where there's no man land behind the backboard with no place to go.
Clancy now comes out. Is he going to play the point now? He's done everything else. He's going to spread the floor. Now Clancy will go down. He screens for Granville. That's Blumenthal, baseline.
The fact that Blumenthal, even though he's a big scorer for this team, has not forced his game. He's not shooting the ball particularly well, not getting a lot of looks either, but he's not forcing the game. He's letting it come to him. And that's the senioritis stuff that you look at when guys have the experience level.
Colbert misses, so it tried to tip. Clancy tips it out to Desmond Farmer. Farmer with no numbers, 1 on 3. Looks for a white shirt, gives it back to Granville. Granville gaps the defense and lays it in.
We're talking about making something out of nothing. He had an 18-footer. I like the fact that he didn't go for it. He pulled it inside, got around the defense, and made it even a nicer play for himself.
Granville into double figures. He has 10 points. Once again, the lead up over 10. It's an 11-point gap now. Pepperdine is not shooting well from the field. Terrence Johnson off the front end, up and over.
Smart guard play right here. Granville didn't have the jumper and made a play for himself. Getting down the guts of the defense. Look at that right hand. He's a player.
USC leads by 11, 7:42 to go in the second half of the Fab 4 doubleheader at the Great Western Forum. Well, it's a new show everybody's been talking about. It is the best damn sports show, period. The new nightly show that features a comedian who's a die-hard sports fan and a bunch of ex-jocks who really know the game. The critics are calling it a collision of sports and comedy, and just what you've been waiting for. Introducing the best damn sports show, period, weeknights at 11:30 only on Fox Sports Net. Defensively for USC, all season long, very good, 31% opponents shooting against them. And they've held everyone under 65 points, everyone this season. It's probably not going to happen tonight, because Pepperdine has 62, and we still have 7:42 to play.
Well, listen, when you shoot the ball, they're getting a lot of shots up tonight, so it's not necessarily the fact that they're not playing very good defense. I think it's ball possessions, because SC is getting up a lot of shots tonight.
Yeah, it's a different kind of game than SC has played so far.
Yeah.
And I think SC still is playing some marvelous defense tonight.
The defense is why they're winning this game. They've gone from man-to-man into zones, and they've been trapping very well and very aggressively playing defense.
There's Here's Craven from the elbow. That's going to be short. Rebound is off. Montgomery can't get there. Off of Craven. Pepperdine ball.
And see, it's plays like that it's got them the lead. The second effort. How many times have we seen tonight on the second touch and the third touch, SC coming up with the ball?
Lewis looks down low to Suet. Now comes off him, looking for a backdoor. Lost the handle. Ball on the floor. Players on the floor. And out of bounds. Clancy is laying on the end line. So Pepperdine's going to keep it.
Jim, how many times tonight have you seen Pep go to the basket and the door shut on him? About 4 or 5 times tonight, they slammed it shut right in their face.
Is that good help, D?
Oh, it's great help, D. Backline rotation's always what you have to have.
There's Lewis for 3. They got to have one of these soon. Won't go, and Craven pulling one out of the air.
Defense starts on the ball, but after the first defensive thrust, it's your backline rotation that makes your defense tough.
Here's Blumenthal backing in, and he walks. And he just forced it that time.
Trying to get something going. He knew he was down there, single coverage, trying to make it happen, but really no place to go.
Pepperdine can start counting their trips now, and they need to get some production. Here's Miggins working against Clancy.
Look at the footwork.
Miggins against Clancy.
That was great footwork. He had his hands up, no foul. Miggins made him look bad, just over the top in his face.
Miggins has 15. There's a lot of pro scouts here, and they know Clancy's going to play in the league. They start watching Miggins now to play like that?
I think that this is one of those situations where you get a chance, you come to see other players, and you see that Miggins kid coming off the bench, making some stuff happen.
Suet, his third big block of the night. Here's Lewis, trying to go behind his back, and Granville picked him. That would have been a layup, and Pepperdine would have been back in this, down by 7.
Lewis, you better see if your wallet's in your pocket on that one. He might have got that too.
What a great read by Granville. And remember, not just a great steal, but no foul too. Granville against Montgomery. Pulls up, Blumenthal likes the fade. Short this time, didn't get the bounce. Race for the ball, Johnson wins it. It's 3-on-2, Johnson, hesitation, and he carried it.
Absolutely.
And it's an NBA court, but you can't do that in the college game.
It was pretty obvious of what he did, carrying the ball, going to the inside. Top referee caught him on the downside. But listen to this, Miggins, look at Clancy's footwork. Wide base, hands up in the air, no place to go. Miggins, the softy over the top, the knuckleball, just dropped it in the lane. If you're playing horse, you have to call that one no rim.
15 turnovers now from Pepperdine. 5.5 to play, SC by 9. Granville looks over at Henry Bibby. These two work so well together. Bibby says something. Bibby looks at the court, decides what he wants, tells Granville, and Granville just does it.
Experience, understanding. When you're with someone 4 years, you get a good feel for their rhythm and what they want.
Granville against Montgomery. Put the ball down. Oh, the spin by Granville. And they'll call him for the walk.
Oh, the referee, that's high school, buddy. That was not traveling.
Now, Granville, speaking of high school, he used to do that at Westchester. I saw him do it many, many times. That's a patented Granville move. I just don't think that referee's seen it. Pepperdine's still in this thing. They just need a couple of easy baskets. Is that one? Montgomery changing from the left to the right.
One of the few times they've got all the way down to the basket tonight and finished the play.
9 points now for Devin Montgomery. Now Montgomery and Pepperdine go to work at the defensive end. They need a stop. Dump down. Clancy the turn. Wave off the basket. Foul on the ground.
You see, you don't understand stuff like that. A lot of times, Suet has his hands up. There's always contact in the game. Clancy obviously not going anyplace, and he calls a foul on the body contact. Not on the shot, on the body contact, on the floor. I thought that was just good defensive position.
3 fouls now on Suet. SC is just rock solid at the line. And of course, we jinxed them. 18-22. Here's Lewis. We got a 4-point game. Lewis has 16, his first bucket of the second half.
So that answers your question about do they slow the game down? No, never.
Never, never, never. And the Pepperdine fans are on their feet at the other end. Here's Farmer. And the reach by Montgomery and a foul. He didn't think so.
Well, if Lewis would have played the defense with his feet instead of his hands, he might not have gotten that foul. Why watch when he goes down, he plays it with his arm. But anytime you reach like that, you allow the referee to make the call. If you shuffle your feet, get down, and then make the reach, that's one thing. But you can't reach 5 feet and snag the ball and not let the referee let you get away with it.
That was called by the ref underneath the basket, and then play in front of him. Farmer at the line. Farmer having a pretty good night, well over his average. And that was actually Farmer's first point of the second half. He still got 13. The concern for Henry Bibby, 5-point lead. Pepperdine has the ball.
They have to stay poised. 4 minutes to go in this ball game. It's rebounding and taking care of the basketball right now for SC.
Front court, Craven. Craven to Granville. Missed opportunity for Pepperdine. 3:45 now.
Now you asked me if they need to start running the clock. This is when you slow the game down, you start running clock and try to win the game, making your free throws.
Here's Farmer on the wing. Clancy out top. Craven, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Blumenthal, the one touch to Clancy. And he barely got his fingers on it.
Good offensive play, but certainly not the pass that they needed. That's where you got to take care of the ball. You got to value the basketball. This is where you jump into the top 20 and the top 15.
How about Craven taking that rebound away from Terrence Johnson? Terrence Johnson got that rebound, brought it down, and it was just ripped out of his hands.
The inability of Pepperdine to be able to capitalize on the mistakes of SC is why they've been behind most of the part of the game. Their ability to stay in there and fight through some situation is why they're still in this basketball game. They were down by as many as 12 points. We talked about it. We said the game wasn't over. And lo and behold, what happens? They fight themselves right back into it.
Well, Craig Lewis had 13 points for Pepperdine in the first half. That is his only basket of the second half, but it was a big one, a big three when they needed it most. Pepperdine had 2 chances to close this 5-point gap. 2 times. This was the second one. The miss by Montgomery. And watch Terrence Johnson go up and get the rebound, and watch what happens to it.
Brings it down where the small guys can take it from you. And that's exactly what happens. That's called, I want it more than you. Never, ever let someone snatch the ball out of your hands. That's when, as a coach, you take your foul. I'm okay if my player hacks a guy under those circumstances.
Now this week on ACC's Sunday Night Hoops, Detroit Titans visit Cole Fieldhouse to take on Juan Dixon, Lonnie Baxter, and the 3rd-ranked Maryland Terrapins. Our coverage begins at 3:30 Pacific right here on Fox Sports Net, your exclusive home for Sunday night ACC basketball, Detroit and Maryland. King Neptune, is it time to stick a fork in the waves?
No chance are you going to stick a fork in the waves. I tell you what, this guy wish he had a fork to finish it all off, right? But he's got a lot of chin.
He's got a lot of chin. And a big grin to go with it.
He probably could be a Dudley Do-Right, right?
Famous SC band is here with the victory sign. Might be a little premature with 3:07. They lead by 5. Henry Bibby has been blessed to have Brandon Granville at the point for 4 years.
And I think this year is going to be a big year for Brandon. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's smarter. He knows what I want to do, and he's just a heady basketball player. He can make shots. He knows his limitations, and just does so many things on the floor for us. I need him on the floor.
You know, the key, what Bibby said right there, is he knows what I want him to do, and that is big.
We talked about that before. When he stood up, looked at the Pepperdine defense. This was during play, and then told Granville what he wanted. No question, Granville just did it. Almost saved by Pepperdine. A good hustle over into the corner, but not good enough. SC keeps it, but only 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Granville gets bailed out by Montgomery, and the official, with 2 seconds on the shot clock, hanging from 3, and they got Montgomery for the reach.
Now I thought that was great defense by Montgomery. He stood up, but what happened in the play is Granville goes into the defense. See how he goes into the defense? He hitches a little bit, lets Lewis commit, and then gets the ball up. The referee bailed him out, but still, there was contact, so it was the right call.
And a tough foul for Montgomery for another reason. He's got 4 now.
Nothing that Lewis could have done on that play because he had committed. He did the right thing. He smothered the offensive player. Granville just made a very heady offensive move.
Henry Bibby was just talking about what a smart player Brandon Granville is on the floor. He's made a very, very smart play. Paul Westphal didn't like the call. SC has a 6-point lead now with just 2:40 to play, and Westphal is chewing on the official. Don't forget to stay tuned for your regional sports report immediately following this game. Highlights of this one, the early one with Gonzaga and Fresno State as well, and all of the day's scores and highlights. Regional sports report coming up, and we are all done here. And we have a little bit of basketball to play. Paul Westphal certainly hasn't put the coat on and headed back to Malibu. He didn't like the last call. Pepperdine now with 10 team fouls, SC with just 2.
I guarantee you Paul Westphal is chewing on the referee because he thought he bailed him out. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
There's Jimmy Miggins, kicking it to Terrence Johnson. Gotta have it! Just a 2, it's just a 2.
You gotta know, they ran that play from the timeout. It was drawn up, and they made it happen.
And they got it to the guy they wanted. 2:10 now to play, 4-point game. Pepperdine already beat UCLA. Can they knock down another giant? City championship on the line. It doesn't sound like much, but go out and ask these guys what it means. CRAVEN picked up the dribble at Granville. 8 seconds on the shot.
All of a sudden, the Trojans look a little stagnant offensively.
CRAVEN misses. Clancy battles for it. Blumenthal gets it knocked out of bounds by Lewis.
Well, they dodged a bullet right there because all of a sudden, they're playing not to lose this basketball game instead of finishing it out. This is where I expect Granville to take over the basketball game. 2 minutes to go, a minute and a half to go. We got to have some ball handling and some great plays happening down here at the stretch.
And the basketball is in the hands of the senior Brandon Granville working against Evan Montgomery. Granville around a screen from Clancy. Montgomery got above it. CRAVEN to Blumenthal. He likes to fade away. There it is. Blumenthal off the side of the floor. Sewell with a rebound. Clancy with a foul.
In my book, the only mistake of the night right now, you have Clancy at the top of the key, and Blumenthal, who has not done anything tonight in the low box area, where that's where your money players should be right now.
That's 4 fouls on Sam Clancy, so if you're thinking about extra time or even just the last $1.30 here, well, he's got 40. You attack him?
Aside from that, you got to go at him, but offensively, you got to get Sam Clancy on the low block, get Blumenthal down on the top of the key.
Montgomery, and he went inside of Clancy, and he scored! And Clancy was trying to block it. 2-point game. Granville looks at Bibby. He looks back. Pepperdine on an 11-2 run. They need the ball. Farmer spins. Farmer blocked. Grabbed by Pepperdine. And a foul backcourt by Desmond Farmer.
Sewell showing up big in the last 50 seconds of this basketball game. Lewis finding his way through the defense right into Sam Clancy's face. He couldn't foul him. Check him out. Montgomery over the top. Lewis making it happen with a little late, and then of course on the next play down, Sewell with the big block. That is a huge basketball play.
Farmer has 4 fouls as well. Clancy goaltending, we're tied at 75.
Montgomery, Lewis showing us everything they got right here in this game. Taking it to the hole, laying it. That was definitely goaltending.
Montgomery's got 13 points, 11 of those in the second half. This game is tied with 30 seconds to play. Shot clock is 6 seconds ahead. Granville, the runner!
Oh, the floater!
See if Pepperdine gets the timeout. Westphal says, let's play. Montgomery at the top. Montgomery against Granville. Does he do it again? Montgomery inside. Sewell. No, rebound Clancy. And a foul. The senior, baby, give it to the senior.
Your players got to make plays for you down the stretch. Granville, we expected him to have the ball. Watch the body control not to go into the charge. That was the play. Not the basket, obviously they needed it, but the fact that he didn't charge the guy was huge. That's body control.
Brandon Granville, who grew up on a big stage over at Westchester High School. They played all the national powers. And when he went to USC, they immediately handed him the reins to this offense. He has controlled it for 4 years, and he controlled that last sequence, hitting the runner right into the back of the net, right in the pocket when they had to have it. Then Pepperdine came down the other way and had a chance to tie things up.
Pepperdine had a nice look. I think they dodged a bullet here. I thought it was a foul right there on Suet. And Westfall, I'm sure, not happy about that miss. And of course, they had to foul in order to get the ball and give it a chance to get the ball back. Now, if you're SC on this possession, you got to knock down your free throws. You knock down your free throws, the game basically is over. Now, if you're Pepperdine, you got to come back. Obviously, what's going to happen here, the free throw makes or miss is going to dictate what you do. Timeouts, you take a timeout, you set up a long one if there's a miss.
Here's your timeouts. Pepperdine with 3, USC with 2. CLANCY will go to the line. 11.6, Trojans by 2. SC 20 of 26 from the free throw line.
You can almost put the game away with 2 free throws. If you make one, I'm Paul Westfall. I call timeout to set something up.
He missed it, so it's still a 1-possession game. And for Paul Westfall, some other good news, Pepperdine has the arrow right now as well. So even if CLANCY makes, they can tie it with a 3.
Now you see that Pepperdine was on the line. SC is really letting this go, but you got to be careful of one thing.
He missed them both. Timeout in the front court, 8 seconds, and Pepperdine will have a chance to tie with a 2, or maybe win it with a 3. CLANCY missed them both.
Missed them badly, too.
SC has shot well from the free throw line all night long, and then CLANCY, 68% has been shooting over his head tonight, missed them both with the game on the line.
Interesting perspective in this game. They haven't got anything on the inside, so they got to draw up something that's going to get Montgomery or Lewis a shot from the outside.
8 seconds to play, Trojans by 2. It's an Inglewood beach party. The kids from Malibu have come into town. They're down by 2, but they got the ball with 8 seconds. They already beat UCLA, and now they want the Trojans. Do they go to Lewis?
Well, I tell you what, they're in the position that they wanted to be in. They were down by 12. This is an opportunity for them to do some great things. You can go to Lewis, you can go to Montgomery on the perimeter, because those are the guys who have only been doing it from out there. But let's not forget, Miggins has had some success on the inside. So you got 3 players on the floor that you could possibly go to. Now, I tell you what, if I am USC, I might come out in a zone. If I'm going to lose this game, I'd lose it from the perimeter, but not giving up a 3-pointer or a foul. They can tie the game with a 2, a 3-pointer wins it. Obviously, we're not going to let them get that. Anything else but a foul.
So you got to guard on the perimeter. That's going to open things up a little bit down low.
Well, you don't want them to get a cheap one, but at the same time, the only thing that is important for SC is not to let them have a 3-point play or a 3-point shot. And
look at Henry Bibby with a little gamesmanship here, a little jousting back and forth. Get him out on the floor, see how Pepperdine lines up, and then you call the timeout and readjust.
Which means absolutely nothing, by the way.
Of course it doesn't. We just reshuffle the deck and we build the drama again. It's the new show everybody's talking about, the best damn sports show, period. Nightly show featuring a comedian who's a diehard sports fan and a bunch of ex-jocks who know the game. Critics call it a collision of sports and comedy. It's the best damn sports show, period. Weeknights at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net. What a great day of college basketball at the Great Western Forum. The Loud Records Fab Four, the first time they've held it, and it's been a big success. Gonzaga coming from behind in the opener tonight to beat number 21 Fresno State, 87-77. Dan Dickow with 29 points, and now in the nightcap, USC and Pepperdine.
If USC has any type of matchup zone, I go to that and just play the man in your area, not giving up a three-point opportunity from the outside. And of course, the coaches are having their own little duel. Let's not forget, these guys played against each other in college. They went against each other in the pros. There's a little bit of jockeying going on here.
That was Bibby again. Bibby called another timeout. Remember that Pepperdine beat UCLA earlier, so for USC, was there any extra pressure coming in? Their cousins up the coast? We talked to the senior, Sam Clancy.
I mean, I wouldn't say there's any extra pressure on us, but, you know, we saw their game, and it's a good thing they played UCLA first, so we wouldn't take them lightly. I mean, now, you know, they have more respect around the city and everything, and we're not taking them lightly at all. We know they're a great team, what they're capable of. We just got to go out and play.
I tell you what, the little waves from Pepperdine, if they win this game, they turn into a tidal wave in the LA area because they've got both the Pac-10 schools.
Here's 8 seconds. The ball is tipped. Goes to Jimmy Miggins. Miggins against Clancy. Lewis for three. Lewis for three. He bakes it in. He baked it in.
It's the tidal wave.
Last shot for SC Craven. It doesn't count. Pepperdine upsets USC. They're city champs.
Told you had to watch Montgomery or Lewis. Miggins makes a heads-up play right there. How can you draw it up any better than that, Paul Westphal? Off the floor, everybody going crazy here at the Forum.
You got to call the bank, don't you?
No, not in the last second, baby. Everything goes.
And USC had a chance at the very end. Watch the clock. Craven pulls up. It's over. He didn't get it off. And the official bottom of your screen says no. That's it. Ball game over. Pepperdine beats USC.
That's why.
78-77.
Jim, that's why you never give up.
That is going to do it for us. For Reggie Theus, I'm Jim Watson saying thanks for watching the Loud Records Fab 4 from the Forum. 2 good games tonight. First game, Fresno State gets beat by Gonzaga, but in the second game, Paul Westphal's Pepperdine Waves upset USC and Henry Bibby 78-77 on a bank 3 by Greg Lewis at the buzzer. Don't forget to stay tuned for Fox Sports Net, your local regional sports report coming up next. Thanks for watching and good night from the Great Western Forum. Pepperdine wins and beats SC. Guys, an amazing night here at the Great Western Forum. This is the guy who ended it for Pepperdine, Craig Lewis. This three-point bank at the end. You can't tell me you were trying to bank that shot.
I just wanted it to go in. It didn't matter if it banked, if it hit off the top of the backboard. I just wanted it to go in.
We're going to take a look at this one again. Talk about the last 8 seconds of what you guys were trying to do with the ball.
Well, we have shooters running to each side of the corners, and we had people popping up. So basically, we just wanted to open up the floor and get an open shot for someone.
Tell me the truth now. When you let it go, when you let go of it, did you know it was going in?
Oh yeah, the whole time.
You knew?
No,
That's
right, man. That's right. I threw it up, and you know, I thought I had a good release on it, but I don't know. It went in and it fell. You know, I'm just thankful for it.
Craig, you guys grew up in this town. You know everybody on both SC and UCLA. You beat the Bruins, and now you beat the Trojans. Obviously, it's huge for you guys.
It's huge. We didn't get a lot of respect out there in the hills in Malibu, so hopefully everybody take notice of us now.
Well, they know where you guys are now. Let's bring in Paul Westphal, the head coach. Coach, Henry Bibby called a couple of timeouts right there at the end, and you were all set to go. Did you change the play at all over those last 3 timeouts?
No, in fact, I drew up the play and showed it to them. We didn't care. We weren't going to change it. We run that play every time. If everybody's scouting us, we run it every time.
I saw that. You held up the clipboard because Bibby kept calling the timeouts. You said, this is what we're going to do, just come and stop us?
I just wanted to play. You know, it just, it comes down to one play, and, you know, just all that stalling and stuff doesn't mean anything. You got to go out and play.
Well, it's your first year with the program. Obviously, it's very early in the season, but how big is this victory for you folks?
Well, we really enjoyed it. You know, to be able to beat SC and UCLA in the same year. I mean, we pretty much own LA right now for this year, and we're happy to say that, and we'll take it. We have a lot of work to do. The West Coast Conference is tough. We need all our fans to come out and fill the gym at Malibu. And if you see games like this, I don't think it'll be too hard to get them out there.
Are you guys the city champs now, Craig?
I can't say that yet. Let's try to get to the NCAA tournament, and we'll talk about that.
They beat UCLA tonight on a thrilling three-point bank at the buzzer by Craig Lewis. They beat USC as well. Let's send it back to John Fricke in the studio.